Okay, good morning. Exciting things. That super long application I did a week ago, I got the scholarship. I think I already said that, but it's happening this weekend. I thought it was next weekend, so I really wasn't like planning on that. I forgot that the month like ends and April 6th is next weekend, and I'm just like, April 6th seems so far away. I thought it was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks to go. But fun things are happening. It's a politics camp, so we're running for political positions, not necessarily actually holding power in government, but you're trying to get people to vote for you or align with your own policies. And I went and did this in 2022. There's a program called Boy State. You should look it up. A24, the people who made, oh my gosh, the people who made Everything Everywhere. Whoa, did it zoom in? I want to zoom it back out. Everything Everywhere All at Once. They made a documentary on Boy State and Girl State, but it's essentially a politics camp where you get everyone the same age, and then you simulate government, politics, and how to, get the votes, get policies passed. And I did really good at the state level, the Utah Boy State. Got elected to go to DC, which only 2 people every year get to do per state. And in DC, it was awesome. I learned so much, but I did terrible. I didn't get any political positions, and when I got there, I just shut down. I think it's because I actually spent a week in Vegas the week before, and it's not even like regular Vegas things like gambling and whatnot. It was literally a karate tournament for a week long. So sleep deprivation, and then go to DC and get more sleep deprivation, and I just shut down. Like, people were debating in ways tactically I was not used to. It was all like, imagine the hardcore leadership type of people, like student council guys in high school. They're like very forceful and very direct in a way that I was not used to. And so the entire week got no political accreditation and made very few friends. And I was sad about that. And then this thing comes up on the weekend, and I'm just like super excited about this because I've learned a lot of things from failing in the past. One of the things that really threw me off and really succeeded me in the first round is first impressions. And so the original Boy State, like right off the bat, I was taking like all the roles I could to help and provide as much value to the people around me I could. So like day one, we had to go do bring our gear inside, and it was kind of disorganized and chaotic. And so right off the bat, I'm like, okay, guys, let's do a conveyor belt line. And everyone's like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Did that, and it sped things up. And naturally, just kind of organizing people in a way that can get the job done in a faster, more efficient way, naturally incline people to be like, oh, this person helped me out, and like, why should I not help them back? It's kind of a reciprocal thing, I think, in human nature that we do that. Whereas Boys Nation, I couldn't make that first impression. We were late. We were 8 hours late, really late. It wasn't up to us. Our flights were just later than everybody else. So it really put us behind, because that first impression, people have already created networks of cohorts, friendships, long before we even showed up. And so this event that's coming up, I looked at the flight times. I'm not the latest there, but I'm not the earliest. There are people there that are much earlier than me. And so we have a group chat. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to be later than everybody. How can I help make things better for everyone else? How do I add value in a way that we can be friends? Because you got to be able to justify your existence to a person for them to want to be around you and stay like interacting. I guess that's what a relationship is. It's a mutually beneficial interaction continually between 2 people. And I guess I haven't explained that in a very good way. I might cut that out. But in the group chat, I was like, okay, what can I do to differentiate myself? How can I make a good first impression in a leadership position? And what I did, everyone's sending the text where they're flying in from and all these things, what stuff they like. And I was like, okay, what can I do different? And I found out we're all trying to figure out Ubers, carpool over so we can save money and get to the hotel in downtown Chicago faster from the airport, which is like pretty far. It's like 20 miles, 30 miles, something like that. I just know it takes an hour by car. And so I just want to ask ChatGPT, I'm like, hey, is there any better ways than taking an Uber? And it's like, oh, there's literally a train that takes you straight to your hotel. It's like, oh my gosh, that's perfect. And I double checked on Google Maps, it's true. And so I just, in the chat, I was like, hey guys, I know a lot of us are coming through the airport. Here's a Google Maps link, take the blue line, it's $5 and it's faster than a car. And so it's like super helpful for me, because like, wow, now I know how to get to the hotel and save some money, but also everyone else is on the same wavelength of like, oh gosh, no one's going to miss the opportunity of having saved some money and save some time. And then on top of that, I was like, what's the next thing we can differentiate to get conversation going? And some of the stuff is kind of risky because I was like, okay, I want to memorize everybody's names to their face before going over there. No one has accurate profile pictures. Some people just have like a picture of their dog. So that's obviously going to be difficult to do. So it's like, okay, how can I take this from a perspective of how does it not just benefit me, but benefit everybody in this chat? I was originally going to like DM everyone and be like, oh, what's your Instagram? And that's like, feels kind of weird, but it would be helpful because I just say like, oh, I was trying to like remember everyone's name, but that feels gatekeeping-esque, so I didn't want to do that. So texting it to the chat, I'm like, okay guys, drop the Instas. I think it'll be helpful for remembering names this weekend. And then everyone drops their Insta. And so another position of organization is now like, oh, now everyone's going to be more cohesive in understanding of what everyone calls themselves, everyone's names, and that just eliminates awkwardness. Because if you're trying to talk to someone and you don't know their name, that is an awful situation. You're like, hey buddy, like that's an insult. That's an insult. You can't be calling people buddy. You gotta call them by their name. And even if you forget it, you say, hey, I forgot your name. Remind me what it is. Or even not to specify that you forgot it. Just say, hey, could you remind me your name? But if you just know it in the first place, even if you've never seen the person before, so much better for interactions, because you can basically act like you've known them for a long time, and then just if you start that much further into a relationship, you don't have to go through all these icebreakers and stuff. You can start getting into the deeper stuff. And if everybody in this group can start that much further along, I think it's going to be a much more cohesive and helpful group to attain the goals we're striving for. So that's the update for now, and I'm quite excited about that because I feel, compared to my past self 3 years ago, things are getting started on a much better foot. So the failures of the past are the reasons for the successes of today. Well, maybe. We don't know. We have not guaranteed. We haven't won any elections or been helpful in a way that is directly measurable. But it reminds me of the Kanye song, Touch the Sky, where he talks about all these things he did that were like, sorry, I'm looking for parking, that were wrong, silly, or foolish, whatever. And it's like, oh, it's funny that the same wrongs helped me write the song. So all these years later, failure comes back to redeem itself. Yeah, Chris, when you're editing this, chop it up in a way that sounds cool. Not too much, but cut silences and stuff like that. Well, let's go lift. A good time. Good time. And just gotta go in with a state of confidence, because that's something I think I lost when I was at Voice Nation. Right when I got in, I got shut down, and then my confidence was corrupted for the entire week. So at all costs, control your emotions. The lighting in here is great. I showered the other day. Oh, I shower every day, but I wash my hair this time, and my hair is like way fluffier than it normally is, and I really like it like this. So I'm gonna go hit chest, and then I'm gonna do like 15 minutes on the wheelchair, like, I don't know how to describe it, bike for your arms. So abs, lift heavy, and then go do cardio, but with arms, so you can increase blood flow and hopefully get more nutrients to those arms, the muscles that were tired, for a little bit cleaner recovery. And I'm going to just do maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes in the sauna. I'm just going to optimize immune system as much as possible. And I want to work hard today physically, both mentally and physically, but really physically, so I can get to bed way earlier, because I realized Chicago is 2 hours ahead. And so if I want to be waking up at the proper time, I'll wake up at like, 7 o'clock so I can hit the gym before going in to do all these classes. That's the same thing as 5 o'clock here. And I've been waking up at 8:30 here. And so that's a big change. Gonna go 3 hour difference. So I'm just gonna start doing that now. Go to bed really early. Be wearing my red light glasses early. And I'm just excited. 10-minute video right here. Gonna cut it down to like maybe 5. That's it for today. Peace. All right, it's the end of the day.
the notable things that happened. I got bored today. I haven't gotten bored for a very long time. No doom scrolling. I could have doom scrolled, but I just didn't want to doom scroll. I don't know why. It just wasn't fun for me. So I started doing was monkey type. This is a bad representation, 49, because the first time, oh, I gotta switch tabs. The first time I got on, I did 96 word per minute with 99% accuracy first try. And then I tried again and it got a lot worse, but that's pretty much notable for this. Other cool things that are happening. I gotta go back to a white tab. See, dark mode, light mode, dark mode, night mode. Texting and organizing is fun and easy, so someone's here, and that's why I'm ending this.